Whoa! It's gonna be a beast. I'm excited. I didn't know actually what was in the box, and I like what I'm seeing. We have two chargers, 67.2 volt, 5 amps. Look at this kickstand. I'm super excited to present another 6 kilowatt beast, Boyueda S5-11, straight from geekbuying.com. Thank you Geekbuying for sending this scooter and in that way sponsoring this video. Let's jump straight into it. We're gonna start with a little background music and just product views because the product looks so cool. The colors are cool. Just look at it. Absolutely ridiculous acceleration. And super good brakes as well. Let's go riding. Front motor, both motors. Oh my goodness. It is ridiculous acceleration. I can't control it, guys. Look at this. It's absolutely not normal. There is a little like a single trail here. If you can control it, I need like less speed. Okay, what can we do? What if we reduce like speed mode, gear 1? It's a bit better. Gear 1, both engines. Eco Pro mode, okay. So we had Eco Pro, gear 1. Alright. So my first impressions on Boyueda S5-11 is you need to be serious about this scooter, guys. It's not a scooter for beginners. It's not something that you can just take and go riding and enjoy yourself. This scooter is like very fast and it has insane acceleration. It's also very heavy. So it's for you all the extreme heads, you know, the ones that want to go flying. Right, so it shows 40 kilometers per hour on the dashboard. We probably know it's not true, it's probably around 35. And that's eco mode and speed mode 1. So that says a lot about the possibilities with this electrical scooter. I am on eco mode and speed mode 1. And I have all the speed and some more that I need for riding this single trail. I'm not sure if I can show the acceleration on camera enough, but you will have to trust me, guys. Acceleration of this scooter is insane. I don't need any more acceleration. I need to press on the front wheel to keep it on the ground, or it keeps just spinning and ripping the tire. This scooter ticks off so many boxes, it's even I don't know where to start. But I would like to start with hydraulic disc brakes. It's the best way to control your braking ability when you have disc brake at the front, disc brake at the back, and they are controlled with mineral oil. Absolutely love that. You have turn signal indicators, light indicators, horn, and a little control panel here, and a little control panel here. Adjustable height handlebar must be the next feature that I really like, because you can really customize it from short riders to really tall ones, and it's rated for a person up to 200 kilograms. Can we talk about that headlight? I might need to actually turn the light a bit down, because when I stand on the scooter it might blind the other drivers a bit. And yeah, the cars are not happy with my headlight. Let's go in a path where there is no lights, so we can actually see how the headlight looks. Now it's set quite low, but if you set it higher, you can actually see where you're going. The headlight is sufficient to drive in the forest in the dark and be able to see exactly where you're going. So it's not only big, but it also works well. On the sides and the front of the scooter you also have the controllable LEDs that you can adjust with the remote. So it goes with all the rainbow colors all around, on the sides and on the front. And you can change the modes, change the speed. Alright, so there is maybe a million different modes of how the lights can blink, but you can also have just the colors. So if you don't want all this blinky thing, you can make it white, or basically any other color. Red looks pretty cool. Green. Kind of digging red, but red in the dark maybe it's not the most indicative. And by the way, you can turn them off if they are annoying you, so if you want to be more or less noticeable. And also this double fork front suspension. I've tried these types of suspensions. Normally they work really well, even though the travel is not too big, but they work progressively, so when you hit a bump they normally slow the hit down. It's really nice. Double swing arm suspension at the rear with a single shock absorber that unfortunately doesn't look like it's adjustable, but at least it looks like it has plenty of travel. Alright, I cannot bottom out this suspension even if I jump with both feet at the very back of the scooter, which is nice. So I can tell you already right now that I'm super happy with the suspension of the Boyueda S5-11. It's very capable, and even heavier rider will not have any problems. Actually, maybe lighter rider would want it a bit softer, but it should also soften up in my experience. As the time goes by, it softens up. Both on gravel trails and also dropping down the curbs, the suspension works very smoothly and very quietly. I'm absolutely happy with the suspension of Boyueda S5-11. I'm gonna go gear 3, front and back motors are on. We on full charge. Oh, we are on a comfort mode. Go to sports mode now. Dude, that acceleration! $64, $68, $73, $76, $78, $80. Shows 80 kilometers per hour. 82, 80. I saw 82. 82 kilometers per hour, guys. Oh my goodness. Woo. Glorious. Let's go back and see if there was a wind or incline impact. Unfortunately, the speedometer shows around 16% deviation from actual speed, but we have seen worse than that. 76, it doesn't go more now, 78. Okay, we won't get more, 80. fast. Alright, I will never drive the scooter at that speed again. I only do it for the speed test, only for the YouTube videos, guys. Alright guys, so what do we know so far? We know that the scooter rides above 70 kilometers per hour. We know that it has absolutely mental insane acceleration. It has a really good suspension and fantastic hydraulic brakes. What else do we know? We know that the scooter doesn't have any real quality issues. It has all the lights and whistles and turn signal indicators at the rear and so on, but it's not all. So for example, as you can see, the scooter comes with a saddle, so you can sit and ride on your ass if that's something that you prefer to do. It also comes with an accessory bag, and inside this bag you will have pump, phone holder, tools, lock. It's not high quality pump or lock or anything like that, but the box itself is pretty cool. Scooter comes with an adjustable steering damper, which you can just adjust how tight you want it. So when you ride at higher speeds, it's really nice to have it, because that's what will help you to avoid death wobbles. One more thing I have to mention about the scooter is that it comes with 2 charging ports. So like right here you have 2 charging ports, and it comes with 2 chargers. Each and every one of them can charge up to 5 amps, so you can charge 10 amps. As it has 38 amp hour battery pack, you will charge it from empty to full in less than 4 hours. Such a massive battery pack in less than 4 hours is actually quite good. I know every single one of you will ask, so what's the riding range? And I'm sorry guys, I can't tell you the actual answer of what is the riding range, because it depends on how fast you ride a scooter by so much. If you want to go with 2 motors on and full speed, I don't know, if you ride somewhere in the highway on a sports mode and non-stop, you will most likely not reach more than, I don't know, 25-30 kilometers probably. But if you go on a single motor, either front or back, and yes, you can adjust that on the scooter just by pressing a button, a 4. You can see now we're on the rear or back motor, now we're on the front motor, and now we're on both motors. So if you just ride with one motor and not in sports mode, and you're not flying 80 kilometers per hour or 70 kilometers per hour all the time, you can do much more. I don't know how much, it will really depend. Alright, so now we talked about all the positives. Does the scooter come with some negatives? And as everything in this world, of course it does. So first negative thing is that when it's dark, all the buttons, they are not backlit, neither on the menu right here at my thumb, nor at the main dashboard. So you can't really see them at night. So that's downside number 1. The second downside for me is that while it has pretty cool turn signal indicators at the back, which for whatever the reason you can actually turn on both at the same time, so they don't produce any beeping sound. So if you turn them on and if you don't see that green light, there is nothing here that indicates that you will have left them on, so you can forget them. But that's not the worst. The worst part for me is that there is no signal indicators in the front, and on some other scooters there were the ones hanging here, which I think were a great idea. So that's the downside number 2. But these are like really small, almost nearly cosmetical things. The one more serious thing that I have noticed is with the sealing of the deck, that the LED light ports are not sealed, and there is a slight chance. If you pressure wash, you will definitely get water in the deck. If you don't pressure wash, it's very unlikely, but possible. Alright, I'm not gonna remove the glass just because the sealant here for the wires, it's stuck to the glass and I don't want to break that seal. But there is sealant all the way around, and you can see that, I hope, also on the video. So, and the wires are sealed also, looks like well. There shouldn't be any problems with water getting in. Well, here is the hole for the wires, and here is another one. potentially you can get some water in because there is nothing in between the metal plate and the glass. But that's a super simple fix. You can buy any sealant, literally any sealant, apply there and forget the problem. But the biggest problem for me is actually how big and attracting attention that scooter is. When you ride and people see you, everybody pays attention. If you live in a country where you can ride any electrical scooter with any power, any weight, and it doesn't matter for the police, well, it's not a problem for you whatsoever. Where I live, this scooter attracts a little bit too much attention, and if police sees you, most likely they will stop you. And it's most definitely too powerful of a scooter to be used anywhere near public roads. So probably, as you can see when I'm filming, I try to stay away from all the people as much as possible, and that's a little bit worrying me. Basically, it's too fast and too powerful for the users to be using in some of the countries, and that's the biggest downside. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah! Woohoo! I hope you guys found this review at least a little bit useful. I am going to feature the scooter probably in some more videos. I have some ideas with this scooter. So let me know if you have any questions I forgot to answer in the comments below. I will be glad to try and answer them for you there. And I hope to see you in the next video. Cheers! Have fun, guys! The scooter is insane. Oh my god, I don't know, I can't remember when I had so much fun riding electrical scooters.